have this Nightmare on Elm Street meets Cubert bastardization of a guy trying to choose between two chicks. That's a video game for you. Can you imagine Atlas pitching this game? All right, so we got an idea. Take a guy. He's banging two chicks. How much money do you need? I think we can get it. It doesn't matter. Just make the game. High five. Oh, that's going to be an interesting hug at this angle. The state of Florida actually does not allow that hug. You settle down, you horny prepubescent people. We'll get there. We'll get there. Find a seat. We'll hug later. Just so you guys know, who's played Catherine? I love you. Atlas, when we were making this game, they were like, because we've done several Atlas games before. We've done Persona 4, we've done Trauma Center, Persona 3. We've done a lot of Atlas games together, and those guys have been incredibly good to me. And I said, so what do you think? I mean, is this going to be just another title? Or and he goes, no, actually, we're really hoping to do something with this. If we sell 100,000 copies, we'll be awesome. Reported to date, 500,000 copies worldwide. Call of Duty, fantastic. Sell all the gajillion copies that you want to. Everything else. For a company like Atlas, this is a banner day for them. And I am so freaking proud of those guys. And it's all because of you guys. You played the hell out of the game. It was amazing. Especially everyone that's walking around with the pizza boxes full of the, boxer shorts and everything. I actually have something really cool. I got you, Namba, who's one of the producers with Atlas. He smuggled me in a Zippo, a silver Zippo with C. Catherine. You could either choose K. Catherine or C. Catherine. He smuggled me in from Japan, went through customs and everything with a Zippo for me of C. Catherine on it. And it's like, Vincent's right here between the boobies, between the tatas of destiny. That was really, really weird for me because everybody in Catherine were all friends. It was, it was me, it was Laura Bailey, Michelle Ruff, Liam O'Brien, Yuri Lowenthal, Travis Willingham, Johnny Youngbosh, Kirk Thornton. Can't remember everybody else. But everyone was like, who would you choose between, Laura Bailey or Michelle Ruff? I'm like, either way is really weird for me. It's really strange. Laura Bailey's like my little sister, but she's married. She's like little sister, and Travis Willingham is my big little brother. That's me going like this because Travis is huge. He's a giant behemoth. I just got scared of heights all of a sudden. It's really tall up here, and I don't know if I can get down. There it is. And so we... Admit it, half of the room was wanting me to miss the step. I mean, it was like, oh. Thank you very much. Yeah, genius. Now we can do all kind of crazy stuff with this stuff. Remember the Gene Kelly thing where you could like dance on the chair?
No. Yes.
Do it.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes.
Do it.
Do it. Oh God.
Do it.
Oh dear God. Troy Baker. Yeah! Oh, Troy Baker.
Same half of the room is disappointed. Shit. Here's $5. This is so interesting. So we're sitting outside, and Ryan Sweat has become just a really good friend, and I'm not bringing it down or anything. You guys can still scream and take your clothes off. Whatever.
All right. Now it's a party.
But this is the third year that we've been here, and each year this thing has just grown and grown and grown, and I've got so much respect for this guy because there's people that do conventions, and then there's Ryan, and this guy is such a fan and so passionate and so
devoted to just making it the coolest freaking experience. And we're just outside hanging out, and all of a sudden, Elf, where are you, Elf? Are you in here? Well, you're fired. Elf, I love Elf. Elf is who keeps me on point. But Elf comes up to me and goes, Troy, it's 10:30. I'm like, oh shit, So we gotta go. And he goes, well, of course you are talking to the, head of the convention, so if you got an excuse, that's it. Where were you doing your panel? Talking to the guy who's the boss. You're free to go then. But so we're just outside talking and dreaming and talking about, where we started from, 2-3 years ago, where we're at now. And it was worth it getting on a plane at 10 o'clock at night after working an entire day and everything else, just because I love hanging out with you guys. You guys are really, this is like camp for us. There's conventions that we go to where it's like, did you just yawn? Is it past your bedtime? No? Coffee? Tea? We get some coffee for it? Coffee? You have coffee over there? Scotch? Bitch, I'm drinking all the scotch in the house, let me tell you. Apple juice. It's gone really bad. It's from Scotland. Anyway, so I'm sorry, we're boring. Anyway, this is hands down thumbs up my favorite convention to go to in the entire planet Earth world. I really mean that. It's the only place where I get to play golf. Because Vic and I go out and play golf, and you learn a lot about Vic when you play golf with him.
Real men wear pink.
That is true, and I have the shirt to prove that. The story is that the first year that we were here, Vic was like, "We gotta play golf, buddy." I'm like, "Yeah, we gotta play golf. That's the one with the stick and the small ball with you." So I, of course, had no golf clothes to bring with me, but they have a pro shop, which is where you shop if you are a pro or want to look like one. So I go to the back of the store where they have all the things that they're throwing out because they're obnoxious, and I was like, how much is that pink shirt? And it was the most bright, like if the sun burned out and we were all in darkness, this shirt would light the way. And it's like this annoying pink, whatever golf material. I play golf, so I wear this shirt because the shirt is made of dead golf balls or something, I don't know. And it's like this plaid, and I had these checkered pants on and shoes, and I looked like a golfer. I looked like a golfer. Playing, this is what I heard from Vic all the time. I was like, all right, so we're gonna, just get up there and just take a shot, just take your time, just relax and, all right, cool, we're gonna try again. Cool. What we're gonna do is really focus on the ball. Cool. All right, so yeah, just really, you want to hit the ball, so when that's the object of the, so you just take the stick thing and put it to the, all right, let's just move on to the next hole. And that was us for 2 hours. And still, even through that, I was like, boy, we got a great day for this, don't we? It's just absolutely beautiful. So that's my experience of EXPCon. And then getting trapped in the elevator with people where it's like, boom. Naruto, huh? Watch out for the Akatsuki there. They're gonna get you. It's beautiful weather we're having, right? Really, warm. What's that? No, no, it's not cosplay. Actually, I do voices. I do voices. What's that? I do voices for Naruto. No, I'm not the voice of Naruto. I do, like the Shippuden series. Are you into the Shippuden series? Shippuden. It's the Shippuden. Yes. Thank you for correcting me. Yeah, I did the voice of Pain, and the bad guy with. with all the piercings. Yeah, that was. And we do a line from Pain. No pain. Well, you know, it sounds different when it's in the studio, you know, on the TV. But I really am. I have my ID actually. If you know. I also play Yamato in Naruto. Are you familiar with Yamato? No, that's Kakashi. He's the I played Kakashi's student. Yeah, I'm his bitch. But the Wood Style. No, that's not actually how I did in the show. It was more like Wood Style. Yeah. What's that? It sounded stronger in the show? Well, again, it's the... This is my floor. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy the convention. These are the conversations that I have in the elevator with people. Yeah, that was actually a conversation that I had yesterday. I love this one too. Yeah, I'm actually the voice of blank. Uh-oh. Yeah, of all the lies in the world that I could tell you, I chose that one. I'm actually Jesus Christ. Alright, you got me. You. I was actually Frank Archer in Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah, actually that was somebody different. I just randomly chose that name. I thought I could impress you with being Frank Archer of all people, and at least Roy Mustang. I was Roy Mustang in Full Metal. No, I really wasn't. I was Travis Willingham. It was Jesus Christ. Really? Yeah. Do you think you could get his autograph? I could try. And Jesus. Will you sign Todd's wall scroll? What happened to this panel? That happened to this panel. And as if on cue, two furries entered the room. And no one was ever seen of again. Hi, we're here to eat you, but we're cute. You guys freaked out about it? It's okay. Don't make excuses. We're all scared of them too. Yeah, the rave. That's what you're gonna. Yeah, we're just gonna go to the rave. We're just gonna go to the... Guys, hurry up, please, hurry up. We're not scared of the furries or anything. We're just gonna go to the rave. Hurry, let's go. Come on. All right, I've said enough. Questions. That was my 15-minute comedy bit. You're the only one brave enough. Stand to be recognized. If so help me God, if your voice is quiet, I'll come down there and punch you in the throat. That's what I love. Someone who holds up their hand in defiance. I got a question. Yes.
What was your question in the studio? Was it did anything awkward ever happen with some of the sexual stuff?
Oh my.
Are you talking about for Catherine specifically? Bitch, I was half naked through that entire section. I really don't think that I can get this unless there we go. Alright. So, Catherine was doing what to me? This was honestly me. The totally pubescent Troy Baker came out. I was like, oh, come on, show them the cutscene. It's okay. No, go back and I don't want to... Oh, he fell asleep and woke up and Catherine was next to him and they had this amazing sex in the middle of the night? Show me that. Show me what Catherine did to him that made him go, you were amazing last night. That's what always frustrated me about Vincent. He was like, apparently I'm a sex god, but I don't know it because I'm too busy climbing blocks in the middle of the night. But while I was doing that, I banged the crap out of this girl. Every line was because especially, a lot of times the sessions overlap, and so I'm doing this line, and I was like, yeah, I don't know, I just really want to da-da-da-da-da. And Michelle Ruff walks in, I'm like, hey, just talking about the other girl, So there were moments where I hope to God that none of the outtakes surfaced. they'll surface, I'm sure.
Yay!
Because Atlas is a real family-friendly company. And it's so funny, it's like, do you think that, somebody actually asked me, do you think they'll do it unrated, Catherine? It's out. It's pretty much out. More F-bombs per game than any other game. That's the award that we got? Really? More F-bombs than any other video game. I'll take that. That's all right. For no reason whatsoever. And there was like one line, I'm trying to think of which one it was, but there was one line specifically to where the director goes, oh, I don't know, that's 4 fucks in a row. Can we get away with that? Or is it 4? 4 is the limit. We can do 5. Go, let's do one more. Squeeze it in there somehow. Fucking 3:15. Fuck. That was, yeah, so I just fell off the chair. Hi, Elf. This is Elf, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, incredibly awkward sexual moments where I was like, really? Somebody else out there, I'm going to get to you in a second, Blue Cardigan Boy, but somebody else over here. Yes, red shirt. Not that means you're going to die on Star Trek, I'm just...
Yes, it does. It does.
What did you like about Batman Arkham City?
Getting paid. This is actually really cool. I would have done that thing for free. I have auditioned for this director, Colette Sunderman, once, maybe twice. And that was for a show called Generator Rex. And, right? And, you know, Colette took a gamble on me because I was surrounded by, you know, John DiMaggio and Gray Delisle and all, you know, J.K. Simmons and all of these, like, really big people, and it's me as the main bad guy. And she took a chance on me, and ever since then, you know, she's brought me in to play like a David Bowie character on like Jareth the Labyrinth King on Scooby-Doo, which is coming out in like a couple weeks. So I mean, she brought me in on a lot of stuff, and so she brought me in for this one specific character on Batman Arkham City. And then she goes, we got another character to throw at you if you're cool with it. I'm like, here we go. Here's the thug A, soldier B. Here's your penance. So we're letting you play this cool role so you can fill up 15 other characters. She goes, do you know the character Two-Face? I was like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. And my first question, honestly, was like, you're not getting Richard Ball? Which, note to actor, do not suggest a character who has done this before to replace you. And she goes, no, we want to see what your take is on it. And I did exactly what every actor should do, and I came up and, you know, dug deep and stole from Richard Ball. And Richard Ball did. Because that's the Batman that I grew up with. And so, you know, we go into this, and the first session that we had was, it was amazing. It was Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy. And Mark and I have worked together several times, and I love that guy. He's the poster child for fanboys, because he's the nicest guy, he's the sweetest guy. And if I'm ever on any kind of like trivia show, like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Mark is my lifeline. Because I could ask him any random question. Who is the vice president for Lyndon B. Johnson? And I was so-and-so. Do you know that? Poli-sci major, anybody? Anyway, I don't know. Mark would know, and I would win $1 million, and he would get 10%. Which is a better deal than he got from George Lucas. But, it's all true. And Mark is my Joker. Mark is yeah. And like, I was with John DiMaggio when he found out that he got the Joker for Under the Red Hood, and it was such a great thing because he was like, okay, cool, yeah, sweet, sounds great. See you on Monday. Right, thanks so much. Oh my God, I can't believe it, you know. And you know, when he found, I was like, and the first question I said is, what do you do? What Joker do you do? Do you do Mark Hamill, or do you do Heath Ledger? What do you do? He was like, I'm going to do my own thing. And he did. If anybody hasn't watched Under the Red Hood, DiMaggio knocked it out of the park with his Joker. It was amazing. So proud of my boy. But so we go in and they're doing like a lot of behind the scenes footage and stuff, and Mark and I are out in the waiting area, and we're talking about how the Beach Boys influenced the Beatles. That's like this huge conversation that we're having. And Colette Sunderman, the director, goes, "Troy, we're ready for you." I was like, "Okay, cool." And I walked in, I didn't realize I was going to be reading with Kevin. And Kevin, take Michael Keaton, take Val Kilmer, take George Clooney, Christian Bale. Kevin Conroy is my Batman. So I'm standing across from Kevin Conroy, and he's sitting there getting his, I'm like, oh God, oh God. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm trying to look professional too, and I've got, for this scene, I've got 2 pages, so I'm shuffling them back and forth, page 1, page 2, or page 2, page 1. Page 1, page 2, that's probably page 1, half of the 2, maybe. Flip upside down so it gets out. And I look at Kevin, and we have like 5 mics they're using to record us with, which is kind of odd. And I look at Kevin and I said, I was at a convention and somebody asked me, who's your Batman? Michael Keaton or Christian Bale? And I said, Kevin Conroy. Oh, thank you, man. Fanboy, thanks. Way to go, Troy. Way to blow your mind. There you go. And I said, I hate to do this to you, man, but there was an episode. It was a Mad Hatter episode, and Bruce Wayne, wakes up and his parents. He goes, "Perchance to dream." Yeah, that's what it's called. He goes, "It's my favorite too." So I was like, I got the favorite. Crying. And that's a pretty cool. First of all, it's a level playing field, totally level playing field. Somebody comes up to me and is like, "Oh my God, I love what you did." I'm turning around and looking at somebody else going, "Oh my God, I love what you did." We're all the exact same. So whoever you look up to, realize that they look up to somebody else as well. And Kevin was one of the people that I look up to. And it was really hard. Anybody see Under the Red Hood? Batman? Okay. Yeah! It was really hard for me to let the reins go from Kevin to Bruce Greenwood. And I think Bruce Greenwood did an amazing job. I think that, again, DiMaggio did an incredible job. And I'm 35, so I've been watching like Batman the Animated Series since I was like 10 years old, 10, 12 years old, and I used to come home and videotape them. That's the one with the actual tape. Betamax. Yeah. And she don't even know what Betamax was. And I used to tape that and come home and watch it, and I would freeze. I even told Andrea Romano about this. I would freeze frame so I could see who the cast was. And I remember seeing, in fuzzy lines, because that's the high fidelity that we had, it said directed by Andrea Romano. And I pointed at the screen and I said, one day I'm going to work with her. And I finally got to. And that was kind of like a banner day for me. But, I don't know. My favorite part about working on Arkham is the fact that I got to play one of the most iconic characters for me, aside from Batman and Joker, across from my heroes. That was a long answer to that question. Do you realize that was an answer to that question? You remember way back 30 minutes ago when that someone asked a question? Blue Splitter Boy, what do you got?
I was wondering if I could buy you a couple of drinks. And I'll drink you.
Drink me? Absolutely, I'll drink me.
I will buy all.
I'm a cheap date. Oh my God.
I'm really dead serious about it too.
Are we gonna promo it?
Yeah, you want to? They can come see it.
They can come see it? Shit, we were supposed to do that, like what, 15 minutes ago? So, we're actually going to do a live streaming playthrough?
Yeah.
Of Arkham City. We're going to do a little bit of commentary. That was all chicks. That was awesome. Makes the girls hot. Or it was all prepubescent boys. I don't know. So in the gaming room. Yes. All right. Yes. The answer is single malt scotch.
Really?
I challenge you, sir. And by challenge you, I mean I have one drink and pass out, and you get to drink the rest. All the way in the back there with the Yowie paddle. It's not a Yowie paddle. What is it? It's a Yowie paddle. Trust me, baby. It's a Yowie paddle. No, it says, I love Jesus. It's a Yowie paddle. That's what that is. What you got, love?
I love Jesus.
Don't do this to me.
Too late.
He's already busted. Honey badger.
You start. I was gonna come up with something clever, and that guy beat me to it. Absolutely no way I can pick a favorite. Absolutely not. My brother right here, with big ape arms. His arms like reach to the sky, and they're like, I have a question. Like Kratos. Kratos stands up. Where is Ares? I can't even do Kratos. It's way too manly. Yeah. Huh? TC could do Kratos. He does great, yes.
I was just wondering if you would do the Excalibur song.
Wait. Get your fucking cameras out.
Oh my.
Please be careful. Last thing I need is you falling and me getting in trouble. Yes, please.
That's what the room sounds like. That's what you sound like. Great hair, how old are you?
21.
Kick ass.
Hold on a
Man.
second.
I just wanted to double check. I was like, how old are you? 14, 11. What?
All the scotch goes down.
From the United Kingdom, I'm looking for him. I'm going to California.
This is the best night.
Talk about that Excalibur. Excalibur. Accepted. Tentatively called Open the Pod Day Door Remix. All right, I got time for a couple more questions. Yes. They're going to follow that with that? Yes, what is the picture of?
Uh-oh. You doing terrible things?
Oh my.
I can imagine
I'm scared.
It is a picture of Lionel Richie that says, hello, is it me you're looking for? It is a picture of Greeling Kaji Tatsumi about to get into a fight. Because this guy's going, bitch, I will knock you up. No. Yes. Answer our question.
Tell us about the Sky 4. How that happened.
Tell us about the who?
Sky 4, weren't you about the tours in there?
Yes.
Tell us how that happened.
Magic. Pretty much how it happened. It was kind of like, give me the roll, I'll kill you, I swear to God! Give me the... Somebody asked me, it was so great, it was like a 10, we'll get that. Honestly, it was just kind of one of those... That was the entire process.
Up, man. It's pretty much any anime job I've ever had. One more. Colleen Klinkenbeard, I still have not forgiven her to this day for what my death scene in Moonphase. If you've ever seen it, it's 32,000 minutes long of me dying. The entire season 3 is nothing but to be continued. Previously on Moonphase. We now continue with Moonphase. Ridiculous. Yes, Goldilocks, what do you got?
Very random off the wall.
Stain the sheets? What'd you say?
Oh my.
Troy
Baker.
I'll climb the shit out of you. What?
Very random off the wall, but I'm curious how...
I'm sorry, she's saying very random off the wall. So apparently we have something we have never experienced before here.
Nope.
How did the role for P.I. Parker come about? Remember? Comanche movie?
Do I remember? How did it come about?
Yeah.
Really funny story. Elf, do we have scotch here? Elf-alicious.
Alright.
Elf, do we have scotch here? Or is it in the game room?
It's over in the game room.
Do we need to go?
It's ready. Yeah. Go and get your scotch.
Well, no, I didn't answer the question, but I mean, we do. Here's the story. I literally walked into the audition, and there it was. Forgot about it. Agent calls me 2 weeks later and says, they want to see you in New Mexico for the role of P.I. I'm like, I remember trying out for a cop show, P.I. Parker, Magnum P.I., private investigator, that's where I was going with it. And I said, oh, well, that's awesome, movie. Are they going to fly me out? No, it's up to you. I have to fly myself out. You have to fly yourself out or drive out, whatever you want to do, but they need you there like in 2 days. So I had just enough money in my account to cover that ticket. So I bought the ticket, drained my bank account, and flew out there. and walked in to where they were doing the callbacks, and this is for a movie that I did called Comanche Moon. And
Yes.
yes.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sitting there and in the waiting room, and they're literally going, okay, next, pull her in, a couple minutes of the read, get in a wardrobe, pulling the trigger that day. And so I'm like, at least I'll hear something, because the worst thing for an actor is to go, well, be in touch. So I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting, and they go to lunch, and I'm still waiting and waiting and waiting, and I come back, and I walk in and I do my thing, and the producers are looking at me, and the TV, me, and TV. And it's Diana Osana, who was one of the writers and producers on Brokeback Mountain, Simon Windsor, who was the original director on Lonesome Dove, and Dyson Lavelle, who's one of the producers. I mean, just like big guys, And they're all looking at the TV and looking at me, looking at the TV and looking at me. And Diana finally goes, God, you look just like him. And they're looking at a picture of the original PI from Lonesome Dove, which Comanche Moon is a continuation of the story. It's actually a prequel to the story. And I'm like, well, that's good. And so I go through it, and Diana goes, slow down. I'm like, man, I'm talking so slow already. She goes, slow down. And so I really, really, really slow down. She goes, okay, cool, we'll be in touch. Well, I'm just going to go to the water fountain. If you need a moment, I'll be there for the next 6 hours. And so I wait and I wait and I wait, and finally it just becomes evident they're not gonna call me back. I'm like, shit. And so I go home and I'm dejected. I'm just like, man, I'm just not supposed to do this. This is stupid. And I go out and I have dinner. I don't care who you are or how far along in the process. When there's something that you really, really want and you don't get it, that's a kick in the nuts, and it really is. And you try to, there's bigger and better things. So I'm doing this. Well, I'm really excited about. But when it's something you're like, man, this could be really cool. This could be really cool, and you don't get it, it really kind of checks your reality. And so I'm at dinner, and I'm talking to my then wife, and she's really cool. She's supportive. She's like, it's great. We still got this. And hang on. Well, that's my agent calling. Hey, what's up? We're at dinner. They won't. What? Are you serious? When? Yeah. Tell them great. That's awesome. Steve Holm. Steve Holm. Steve Holm. Thank you for the Arrested Development fans. And I got it. And so I go out to New Mexico and, wait for the slow clap. So I go out to New Mexico, and one of the questions they had asked was, do you know how to ride a horse? Which every actor gives this exact answer to every question like this asked. Absolutely. I was actually part horse before. Absolutely. I was born on a horse and then became a horse. And then the horse spirit left me, but now I am a human, but I'm still part horse. Why? What do you have I ever been on a submarine? I was actually part submarine. No matter what the question is, yes, we have done that. Have you ever done underwater basket weaving in Lithuania? I was actually, strangely, you should ask. So they asked me, like, how are you on a horse? I was like, I was trained by Guy Hunt, who was German, and I just spit out all this jargon and vernacular. I had been on a horse once. It was like, and that was my experience with a horse. And so I show up on set, and I'm like, holy crap, I got this role. And the whole first week was Cowboy camp, which is just the most emasculating phrase ever. Bring you to be the cowboy, Yeah, it was weird. I felt like it was some kind of like intervention camp. Like I was either supposed to not be fat or not be gay. I wasn't sure which one it was supposed to be. And so we get into it, and there's Steve Zahn, you know, and I'm like, holy crap! And then Carl Urban shows up, and all these guys are out there, and I get on my horse, and they're like, all right, so we chose these horses for you guys based on what we know of you, and I get on this horse, and my horse is like, oh shit. Do you have a, it's like a Ferrari. Do you have like more of a Taurus, or what do you have back here? And he goes, you're on Old Mexico. Old Mexico likes to run. I'm like, awesome, I love Old Mexico. Don't you fucking run. And so we're sitting there, we're all in a row, and it's like this beautiful morning where we are in the desert. We are like in the desert. There is mountain and sky, and nothing stopping us. That is it. We can just run. If we were fugitives from the law, we're like, we're free. No one's gonna find us. Where are we? And so I'm on this horse, and one of the wranglers looks at me, and this is this old Mexican vaquero Indian. He goes, how good of a rider are you? I'm like, you know, yeah, I can hold. He goes, don't you fucking lie to me, because we're not gonna find out. I said, you know, I'm pretty darn okay. I just need to know what I'm working with. And he was like, we're walking, and we're all just kind of. It was a good ride, isn't it? And the wrangler goes, all right, guys, we're going to kick into a little bit of a lope here. No idea what that word means, but apparently my horse does, because all of a sudden, and this guy has some kind of complex to where I'm going to be in the front.
Oh yeah, that's
And so out of 20 people, he goes, hauling ass, like he's on the HOV lane on the 405, is it? Yeah. Hauls ass in front of him, and me going, looking like I'm having a seizure on top of this animal. And one of the wranglers goes, tell you what, Troy and I are just going to kind of break off by ourselves and just kind of do a little bit of riding. So every other guy goes off with the rest of the big goose. And Troy goes off with the little big I spent an entire day learning how to ride a horse, and it was the best thing for me. It was the best thing for me, because I found out that I needed to strip away all the ego. And it was like so transcendent. Like I could sit here for hours and talk about how that moment was all about strip away everything you think you're talented and good at, and all of the ego and all of the arrogance, and all you gotta do is just sit there and ride the damn horse. And that's what he told me, is just ride the damn horse. There's nothing complicated about it. You're sitting there on an animal, ride the damn horse. You quit everything you learned, don't try to look good, ride the damn horse. And it was really cool. So that, I look back at that time of my life, and we were there for 4 months in the desert playing Cowboys and Indians.
Every kid's dream.
With Val Kilmer, and Steve Zahn, and Carl Urban, and Jim Redhorn, you know, Rachel Griffiths, Linda Cardellini, all these people, and it was the coolest experience, and it took me to, that's pretty much the thing that brought me to LA, and because I'm in LA is the reason why I'm doing all these other cool things. And so I look back, and it all draws back to the fact that, what if I hadn't decided to buy that ticket? What if I would have been willing to risk everything that I had on a chance? I wouldn't be here. So what does that role mean to me? Kind of means everything.
I'm glad I got you signed the DVD then.
Yeah. So, on that note, I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I love you guys.
Remember, guys, he's going to be right across in the game room.